are not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time. What time is it? Showtime. Prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
His balls are different in person.
And Leon Searcy.
So they were smelling themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
With no deal.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
The deal is finally done. Jacksonville, you're home. Away from home in 2027 is down I-95 and then catch I-4. Camping World Stadium. Worst kept secret ever, but the reality is that you're going to lose your team in Duval for a season. But at the very least, it's one season versus the possibility of multiple seasons. And so it is all official now. You heard the presser earlier with the leaders of Orange County, Orlando, and, of course, the leaders here, Mark Lamping, the president of the Jaguars, Shad Khan, the owner of the Jags, as they made it all official earlier today. So we'll get into that as we go along today. Our midweek mock, we're going to crank it out today. Yeah. Countdown is on, people. Here it is, April Fool's Day, April 1st. And so it is now officially on. Draft month has arrived, and the 23rd of April will be here before you know it.
It's unbelievable. Seriously.
It goes so fast.
How are we already in April? I don't know.
I don't know. And like we said, next week is going to be the azaleas in bloom, Augusta.
Yes, we were literally just watching Miami a play away from winning the national title.
Yeah.
We were literally just watching that.
Yeah, that was what, second week of January.
Yeah, time waits for no one.
Golly.
It is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And
What'd you say? Where none of us are getting out of here alive?
None of us. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Buckle
I
up.
have some Masters news that I wish was April Fool's. Jason Kelsey, America's hero,
Clearly
will now
America's
be
hero.
on the Masters coverage for the ESPN for Wednesday's par 3 coverage.
Is he
So
pairing
just
up
force
with,
feeding him to us, man. I can't stand it.
Hey, why do you hate the lineman so much?
He doesn't belong in Augusta
I don't understand.
because
He
he's
doesn't-
corny and lame. That's why.
I
Give him a break.
think
No.
the angry JJ is taking
It
over
is,
more
it is.
often with some
I'm
of
not
these
the
guys.
only one with this Kelsey take.
Well,
I'm
listen.
tired of the whole family.
Yeah, you're overstuffed with Kelsey's. I do get that, but I would prefer Jason over Travis. I guess is kind of where I'm at.
That's like choosing between being stabbed or shot.
I'd rather be shot.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather be
I'd
shot
rather be
too.
shot. but I do get what you're saying.
Jason
We're-
Kelsey is being shot.
Yeah,
Travis is stabbed.
Although you got a chance to survive if you get stabbed.
Yeah,
Either one.
Your chances are probably greater if you get stabbed, right?
I
Yeah,
don't know. It depends on where you
absolutely.
get shot. I mean, because
It's true. You could get shot. That's true.
There's fleshy meat that you
That's
can
true.
still survive.
bullet traveled all the way through and did not do any damage.
That's a
You've
great
heard that.
point. Let's hear your thoughts on the text line. Glad your lifetime enclosure.
Stabbing or-
Stabbing or
What would you rather
Jason
be,
or Travis?
shot or stabbed?
Well, the thing is, more than anything else, is that you're getting swifted. Okay, no matter
You
Yeah,
what.
are. At the end of the day,
exactly.
you are
Yeah.
getting swifted.
And so, but at least Jason Kelsey, a little more removed from Taylor Swift, at least as far as we know, compared to Travis.
I'm just like,
Well,
it's Augusta. Let's keep it classy,
yeah,
folks.
yeah.
Can't we just have nice things?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Why do we
I
have
mean,
to do this?
I don't understand it. I don't understand the hatred for the lineman.
Because he's going to be there and be all goofy.
No, he's
and,
not. He's not
yeah,
gonna be goofy. He's gonna be
loud, because
professional.
that's like his thing.
I don't even.
In
I don't think he will.
shorts.
Like I am
He'll be
so.
a chameleon.
I am
He'll
so
adjust.
just like welcoming, just like whatever, man. Just if you do get in the way of whatever is I want to see, then yeah, I'll get ticked off about it. But I don't know what he's going to do to mess up what is just
We'll
perfect.
find out.
Yeah, what is just perfect. The par 3
Wait a minute,
contest.
are you
on
serious? I
Wednesday.
mean, the fans at Augusta, they're loud and rowdy.
Whoa. They're patrons.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Right,
Okay,
right.
patriots.
Watch your
all
mouth.
right, they're
What
loud
the
and
hell
rowdy.
is wrong with
They're
you?
loud and
Jeez.
rowdy.
Drop that.
No,
Don't be
they're
ridiculous.
not.
They
You
are.
can't
They're
even
not.
have your phone.
Stop it.
Dude, you have to like put your phone in a bag when you get there.
We've already gone over
It's
this.
like a
You know
Diddy
we
party.
have.
Yeah, you can't. It's the only
They
place.
have lockers. You got to put your phone in the locker.
Okay. Yeah.
Only place on
Do they
earth
have beer?
now.
Do they have beer and wine?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
cheap
yeah.
Oh,
beer.
okay. There.
You sound like
And-
me last year when we were going through this. You know that, right?
Yeah, and they have it at a pretty good price too.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very affordable prices once you
Yes.
get onto
The
the
mac and
grounds.
cheese sandwich, $2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go through the
Egg
menu
salad's
later
like
on.
$3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
A
go through
beer's
the menu.
probably $5.
Well, I mean, the assumption is that everybody at Augusta has etiquette, and they don't.
Well, then they'll be asked to leave.
No, they won't. Stop.
You can't be out there
trying
like
to
it's
tell
what's the one in Phoenix?
Yeah.
The waste management, acting a fool out there. That does not fly.
Really?
Yeah, hell no.
That's the assumption. I'm going to watch carefully, too.
Okay.
You should.
And I will be texting you
But
when
it
I see
is
rowdiness.
it's the last bastion of decorum. Okay, honestly, there are no shivs. There is no storming.
I don't know if I
court
go as far
storming.
to say there are no shifts.
There are no shivs because you're getting wanded when you go through there.
You can get wanded all you want. If you got a plastic shiv, you got a plastic shiv.
Oh my
Plastic.
God.
Plastic. He's talking about a plastic fork as a shiv.
A
No, I'm
sport.
talking about a hard plastic shiv.
Gosh, man, the imagination.
It's not imagination.
Yeah. What could happen?
I may or may not have a few of them, actually.
Speaking of classed up, did you see Rory's menu
Oh yeah, it's nice.
for his?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude.
Let's hear it,
I mean,
Tom.
because last year, if you remember, Scheffler's was basically like chicken
McDonald's.
fingers and
Right.
fries.
Right.
He was going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, but I mean, this guy, Rory's got like carpaccio and yeah,
Oh yeah.
classy
he
He
stuff.
is
definitely
classing up the joint, isn't he?
Yeah, he doled out the menu, and it was met with great, open arms and anticipation of how it's going to be prepared and everything like that. And he's a guy.
So there was no
who-
bangers and mash? Or
Anything-
No.
No.
Anything relative to Stogie Fest? Anything?
Yeah, an
Yeah.
elk.
Meat
I'm
wine.
reading it
Elk?
right now.
Elk,
Grilled elk
nice.
sliders, which you're familiar with.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
Rock shrimp tempura,
That's
Yep.
nice.
That's nice.
peach and ricotta flatbread,
Okay.
bacon wrapped dates,
Nice. That's good.
yellowfin tuna carpaccio, which is what I was just talking about.
Mhm.
Very
And then the
Italian.
Wagyu filet mignon.
Oh.
Okay.
Or seared salmon, whichever you want. And then
Oh.
the last one, stickies. Now this is probably something from the UK. Sticky toffee pudding.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a Welsh
Yeah.
dessert, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla ice cream and warm toffee sauce. I'll take
So
that.
they
one.
won't have like a toast with beans on it or anything like that.
But the grilled elk sliders, Big Sirs,
That sounds good.
caramelized onion jam, and then roasted garlic aioli.
You're
Talking dirty to me, and I kind of like it.
So this is like we said, it is venison, but they ain't going to call it venison. They're going to
call it
call it elk.
Yeah,
Elk.
it's a little
Okay.
more classy.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's a good one. That's for sure. All right. So the midweek mock, we want to get to it, but just first the reaction as far as going to Orlando for a year. You've not been displaced, Leon, in any way, shape, or form. Even when you came here in '96, stadium was built.
Yep.
Everything was fine. You were on lock. I don't know what it's going to be like, but these players are going to have to travel basically every week.
Yeah, no problem. Well, listen, that was my home base,
Mhm.
which was Orlando. That's
Yeah.
where the big fella grew up. Attended school, high school,
Yeah.
middle school, that kind of stuff.
Evans High School.
Evans High School, Pine Hills.
How often did you go back home when you played for the Jags?
Well, actually, here's the thing. I built my home in Orlando and I rented up here.
Mhm.
So I didn't own a home in Jacksonville. Actually, I rented a home
At least
in
early.
Queens Harbor
Yeah.
early, yeah, because I built my home in Orlando. So I was back and forth.
Right.
Yeah. But it's not a bad travel.
No.
It's not a bad travel at all.
It's all
It just depends
interstate.
on when you catch I-4.
I'm just curious what fans think and how many of them are going to travel.
Mhm.
And they may have a thought now. It may be a different thought when you get to 2027.
when they're defending Super Bowl
Right.
champs.
Yeah, it's highly possible.
But that's what I said. Next year, they're going to probably host the AFC Championship game
You
in
go there.
Orlando.
And by the
Let me
way,
ask you something. Will they
the
fly
Orlando Brass got that line off as well.
Mm,
Hey, will they fly down there or will they bus down there?
Probably bus.
Probably bust it.
You think an NFL team's going to bus?
Well, getting up and
2 hours?
yeah, up and down the air. I don't know. 20 minutes.
That's a
you're in
good
the air.
question.
Yeah.
Because one time when I was talking to the Miami Hurricane, speaking of defending national champions, 2002, I was outside of the locker room talking to some Hurricanes after we beat Florida in the swamp, and they were taking a flight from Gainesville to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that's what, 4 hours?
Yeah, that
that's
one
about
makes
4
sense.
hours.
Okay.
Yeah, that one
But
makes
this one,
2 hours.
They could literally take a plane and land it at the executive airport, which is maybe 5 minutes from the Citrus Bowl, 7 minutes from the Citrus Bowl.
And they may
So
be,
it's
they may be up,
possible. You could do that.
It's like a 10-minute flight.
they may be up in the air 7
Yeah.
minutes.
Well,
honestly.
they'd be up in the air for like
Yeah.
probably 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to Atlanta in 40 minutes.
Well,
I know, but you got to
You got to circle around and
Yeah.
find a spot.
But I mean, if you think about it,
That's what they'll be doing.
I never know
that's
what they're doing
a hell
up
of a
there.
lot better than getting in a bus
Maybe.
and braving that I-4 traffic,
see,
man.
here's
I can
the
tell you
thing.
that right now.
These are the things that I don't think about.
Yeah, but I do.
Yeah, I
'Cause
know.
I'm weird like that.
Yeah, I know you are, but I just totally do not.
I like
don't-
the off ramps, Joe. You don't
Yeah.
like the off ramps.
Well, I
Yeah.
do
You like
but
staying on the super speedway.
I do, but just I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would cost a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah.
It would, but it would also, like, if you're
when
a
you could
player,
just drive home.
you want to sit in one of those
Well, first of all,
Buses
first of
are
all,
hours.
two and a half
first of all, the
hours?
bus is going to be a luxury bus,
Yeah.
okay, with plenty of room and TVs and music. All right, so don't act like you're getting on the school bus.
Yeah.
And they'll be
With
doing
no
work.
bathroom.
Still in traffic.
It's 2
bro.
hours, bro. It's 2 hours.
And they'll
you
be
leave
doing
after,
work.
yeah, you leave
Yeah.
after Friday's practice, get down there at 5, team meeting, then all that other kind of stuff. You're good.
Probably got a police escort.
Yeah. Save shots some money on gas. All right.
You think once they hit like Heathrow, they get a police escort?
Yeah, once they win the Super Bowl
got
this
the
year,
Sun
they'll have a
Pass.
police escort wherever they
Exactly.
go.
Say it again, Joe. They got the Sun Pass.
They got the Sun Pass.
Sun Pass to get you right.
Cost you $5 to go
Exactly.
through I-4 downtown, and then you're there before you know it.
They do have the new lanes now in downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. I personally know 2 friends. This is off the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. 2 friends that got too drunk at the Masters and got kicked out.
See?
Definitely not the same
I wonder what they did.
when it comes to that stuff.
Mm.
So who knows? Who knows?
I saw a couple guys get kicked out of players, by the way.
Yeah,
Cops had them on the golf cart, their buggy or whatever it was.
yeah.
Rode them out of the place as I was walking out,
Were they in
and they
cuffs?
said, no,
Oh.
I mean, just 2 young dudes. They were probably in their early 20s, and the cop said it was a female cop. She was real nice. She said, "Make better decisions."
Yeah.
So they walked away, and they were laughing, high fiving each other, and she's just shaking her head, driving away.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's all I can do with them.
Dumb kids, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just get them off prop. That's all you can do. All right, Golf Club of Southampton. You can get on that property and enjoy it. Call 287-PLAY. Home of the 9 after 5, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open. And really, it can be your home when it comes to joining a golf course and club with all the amenities and the people that are there every day to take care of you and make sure you have a great experience. You can call 287-PLAY. You can log on golfsouthampton.com and check out that offer right now before they go through the renovation, because the initiation fee will go up. So take advantage of it and you can save big. Golfsouthampton.com. Make sure you check them out. All right, you guys ready to get into the mock? Let's get into it. Let's start taking a look at these teams' needs as far as filling out a roster and making this team even better than a 13-4 squad a year ago.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. On your way home, ride with the voices who know Duval and this team better than anyone.
How good is that?
Frank Frangie and Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline break down the day with inside laughs and First Coast fun. The Frangie Show, afternoons on 1010XL.
You're shrimping the bed.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this week and weekend at ViStar Ballpark. Tomorrow is Coors Light Thirsty Thursday. Don't miss fireworks Friday and Saturday, plus Southpaw onesie giveaway on Saturday, presented by Miller Electric and Hyatt Regency Jacksonville Riverfront. Baseball all week and weekend. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable, family, fun.
You're shrimping the best.
At G&H Tires and Service, the G stands for great pricing. The H, well, that means honest service. For over 20 years, Roger and his team have helped Jacksonville drivers stay safe on the road. Need brakes, oil change, AC not blowing cold? Well, how about a super affordable $36 oil change? Affordable brake jobs, AC checks before summer hits, alignments for all these construction roads, and even free check engine light inspections. Locally owned, community driven. G&H Tires and Service on Beach Boulevard.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
Get ready for spring turkey season at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Find shotguns trusted in the field from Browning, Beretta, and Benelli. Plus, the newest bows are ready to test shoot from Hoyt and Matthews. For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has helped Northeast Florida hunters gear up with confidence. Stop by Green Acres today at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard, or shop online anytime at greenacresporting.com.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414 SOD for a free estimate. 7414 SOD.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call now for your free evaluation and see if multi-unit hair grafting or PRP can restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS.
My bald spots are gone. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS is the only clinic in the Southeast to offer all proven solutions to restore your hair and is now offering multi-unit hair grafting. One procedure, more hair.
You've got nothing to lose but more hair. I feel younger, I look younger, and who doesn't want to feel better about themselves?
This year, grow your hair back. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-4477.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
And you know it's the home of the 9 after 5, has been forever. Looking forward to more good times as you get going through the rest of your golfing season. The renovation will take place after the Guggen, and we look forward to all the good things that will come with it. All right, it is time to start digging into our midweek mock as we take a look at the possibilities for this football team, especially after they went through, what was it, a week ago that they lost out on the Bobo sweepstakes, or was it 2 weeks ago that it got matched by the Seattle Seahawks? So the roster right now, pretty much the way it's going to be. You might have a signing here or there a little bit later on in this offseason. But for here and now, this is what we got, Big Sirs. So let's start things off, midweek mock, and let's give, you want to give 56 and 81? What do you got? What do you got? How many?
Well, I traded back.
You did? You traded again?
Back. Yeah, I'm just stockpiling talent, bro.
Okay, I couldn't help it. I kept looking at the offers.
Yeah.
And I turned my nose up at them. I don't want, I might.
Anything in the hundreds I'm taking. Maybe in the 110s.
Okay.
I'm taking none with future picks in it. None.
No.
Right. I'm not doing any of that stuff.
No, I'm not doing any of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you're going to, let's just say, as an example, if I have a 4th rounder and you're willing to give me a 3rd rounder, late 3rd rounder for next year or whatever, then I might be interested in that. But other than that, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So I moved back from 56 to 62, and then 62, I'm taking the guard out of Georgia Tech, Keelan Rutledge, 6'4", 316 pounds.
Okay.
All right, that's a direct shot at wide line. We don't have the luxury to wait on you.
Wow.
We're trying to find guys that are going to plug and play right here, right now.
That's a shot at him, even though they drafted him.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right. Here's what the scout says about him. He's burly, an experienced right guard with an excellent contact pop and rugged field demeanor. That's what the scout says.
It's beautiful.
All right, so I love
beautiful.
burly, pop, and demeanor.
Yes. That means
And
he's dirty. That means he's dirty. That's what I love about it.
I know when Big Surf read that one, that burly part.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't resist it.
Big
Draft
ass
that
and
man.
big thighs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, now pick 81. I'm question mark on this pick 81 because it seems like it's the same guy. I got the defensive end out of Penn State, 6'5", 265. Tell me from Danny
Dennis Sutton.
Dennis Sutton. All right.
See, I'm a better GM than you because I got him later.
You got him later.
Yeah,
Okay,
I did.
I appreciate that. 23 and a half career sacks. He's a base deep. It's an end. Violent hands, and he
former
forces,
huge 5-star recruit, by the way.
Yeah, but
Leon has a type.
Yeah,
you do have a type.
Violent
and big hands.
My only concern is that I think we already got someone like him, Trayvon Walker. I don't know if he's really
similar
at
type.
edge. I don't know if he's really
similar
at
type
edge.
player.
Yeah, so
Yes, very similar type player.
similar type player.
It's funny.
Did not play
whoever it
well
is-
early, but played well late.
Yeah,
in his
whoever
career.
it is better have some moves, more moves than maybe what Trayvon has. Strength, speed, and moves to outwit an offensive lineman.
I agree.
And get to him. All right.
He's
All right,
not like, remember Matos from Penn State? like 5
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah.
He's not that type of edge.
Okay.
He's a much more like Trayvon Walker. All right, so my 56, I got Anthony Hill, who's a really good linebacker at Texas. A guy that can step right in and play immediately. I mean, I wanted Jacob Rodriguez. He wasn't there, so I settled for Anthony Hill. It's not
I
really
had
much of a
Jacob
settle.
right there and passed.
Really? So you're a bad GM.
No. I keep trying to do different things because I've taken Jacob Rodriguez before, and I love the stash and what he can or can't be, but I'm still just kind of mixing and matching with the decisions that I made because edge is going to be
That stash
my
is
guy.
coming to Duval if he gets drafted by the Jags.
Yeah.
There's no
my
doubt.
gosh,
He's not.
yes.
He ain't shaving that
And
thing.
look, we've had Nooners pointed out he has a military wife that is through and through just America. And so those two will come in, and they will be the darlings of Duval if Jacob Rodriguez
Former
is.
quarterback of Virginia, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's a high IQ football dude.
Right, yeah.
All right, on my 81, I've got Grayson Halton, the big, burly, and nasty defensive tackle from Oklahoma.
Okay, it's good that we're doing this because we are starting to double up on a few individuals. And so with my 56, I went with Malachi Lawrence, 6'4", 250. He is an edge out of UCF. He's a guy that has decent numbers, has been projected to be a guy that can compete and come in and see if he can't challenge for some playing time. 4.52, 40-yard dash. And what I'm looking at, Big, it's very simple. I'm just trying to find guys that can get to the quarterback. First team, all Big 12, 11 tackles for loss this year, half dozen the year before, 7 sacks, started all 12 games. And so that's a guy that I think can come in here and be part of the rotation. And we always argue, does 56 need to be a starter? I think 56 needs to be an impact player. And so that's why I'm going in that direction. Then 81, I got Keelan Rutledge.
Okay.
So I'm not going to repeat what Matt just said, but I got him. And I'm with you that he has popped up on my board quite a bit. And I like this Keelan Rutledge between Jennings Decker and a handful of these other guys. There are a lot of mauling type of linemen that either started at tackle and could move inside or are viewed as a guy who can come in and compete immediately for one of those interior offensive line positions. So I'm all about it, bro. All right, let's get to your next.
All right, 88, I got Grayson Halton at 88, defense tackle Oklahoma.
It's so funny. We
88.
all got him.
Got him, yeah. I got him at 88, so I'm at 106. At 106, I got a running back out of Wake Forest, 5'10", 195 pounds. I got Demon Claiborne. All right, he ran a 4.37 at the combine.
First off, Demon.
The
fact that
Damon.
his name is Demon.
He doesn't go by Damon.
It's got to be.
I would go by
I
Damon.
couldn't imagine a woman naming her son Demon.
I would change my phraseology to a
Let's go
Duval
Demon.
Demon.
We're going to go Demon. All right, we're going to go Demon. All right, Claiborne, here's what the scout says about Claiborne. Claiborne is a twitched-up, elusive slasher who's not afraid to run in between the tackles.
Twitched up?
That's what it said. Twitched up, elusive slasher who's not afraid to run between the tackles.
All right,
beautiful. All right, so though you have those two, that was at what were the picks that you got?
88 and 106.
Okay, all right.
So I was shocked at 88 that Jadarian Price was there, the running back from Notre Dame. If he's at 88, I've heard people saying he's going to be like late first round. If he's at 88,
yeah,
in
the third round,
sprint to the podium.
Our running backs coach Gerald Ingram has said he loves the guy and expects him to be looked at, viewed as maybe one of those guys that someone could jump back in at the bottom of the first round, but second round is what he's looking at.
So if by some strange chance Jadarian Price is there at 88, grab him. And then my 100 is Danny Dennis-Sutton that we spoke about earlier.
Okay, I can't believe that you went running back over guard. Whenever.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, again, he was there.
Yeah, exactly.
And at that point, you've got to take that.
So I got Keelan Rutledge at 81, and I came back with Big Citrus. If Big Citrus keeps popping up, that's the only guy that I will repeat every mock draft. As long as he's there, I'm taking him at 88. I got Grayson Halton at 100. So I was a little surprised by that as well.
Much better.
Both of you guys took Halton earlier than that, and I had Grayson there. And so I'm looking at two guys that should be able to come in, D-line, both of those cats, Big Citrus and Halton, at a 1 and a 3. And the way they talk about Halton is a guy that honestly does need to be looked at and considered, because with this football team, they're trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do going forward with that 3 technique, and Eric Armstead. We really, truly don't know what's going to happen. He is in his 11th year. He's a little pricey. They're trying to figure out what he can do. But for the Grayson Halton conversation, he's a guy that will compete and slide across 6'3", 293 pounds, and a guy that they will look at to see what he can do at both of those positions. But 293, he needs to put on some weight, obviously, if he's going to go up nose. But if he's quick, even though he's not the tallest cat, he could be a good 3.
Yeah, he could, absolutely. If you can get a little pass rush out of the 3, and I guess that's the reason why you draft him to play the nose, is because of his quickness and elusiveness and his ability to run those games and twist, to keep the center and the guard, off the same plane or the same line of defense.
Because he averaged about 3 dozen tackles per year, which is not a lot.
Yeah.
He got to the quarterback 8.5 times over the last couple of years. Some pass breakups, some forced fumbles. But, yeah, he's a space eater is what he is. All right. Keep it moving, Big.
All right. Okay, at 108, I got the 6'3", 198-pound cornerback out of the University of Florida, Devin Moore.
Okay.
Good long outside corner with size, lack of experience because of injuries, good deep ball tracker, and equates eye balance as a short zone defender.
Wow, you got him at 108, huh?
Got him at 108.
I got him almost 60 picks later.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw value in him. I had to move on it.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Don't you let him mess with your
Exactly.
With your
There
mock.
you go. Exactly.
Constantly messing with
All
your
right,
mock.
and now 124, I got Dullen Bentley, tight end, Utah, 6'4", 253.
Okay.
Yeah, big target with long wingspan, stays on defenders when blocking, and has a post-play win on pass routes.
Okay.
Sounded a little Kelsey-ish to me, post-play.
If you start bringing Kelsey in the conversation, Taylor Swift will be buying
he's a long way from
in
way from
Orlando.
that. But when they say a post-play and pass protection, that means he bodies up people to get passes. So I don't have a problem with that.
All right. So my 124 is Cage Casey, who has played left tackle for Boise State for 3 years, a really good player. He projects as a guard in the NFL. So he's my guy at 124. It's the interior. The interior's got to be addressed. And he's a really good football player. Probably could have left last year after last season, but stayed and played one more year there. Got a lot of offers from big-time Power 5 schools to transfer and stay there. My 164 is Joe Royer. He's a tight end from Cincinnati. He's a lot like, who was the cat they drafted from San Jose State? Remember when Herb gave up on him?
San Jose
Yeah,
State.
the athletic tight end that Herb gave up on.
Yeah. Miller. Yeah.
No.
I'll think of him in a minute.
Yeah.
He went to Minnesota.
Yeah. Anyway, he's a lot like this. He's like 6'5", 250, 255. He's
in the league
he's
right
a long
now.
dude. Yeah. Good player. He averaged like almost 15 yards a catch at Cincinnati.
Went from Baltimore to Minnesota. Got another
his name.
contract.
I can't. He's a lot like that.
Yeah.
Very athletic guy.
I'll think of him in a minute. All right, 124.
That's big enough to be a guy that can move some people.
Yeah. 124, Deontay Lawson, linebacker out of Alabama. You're still looking for side-to-side speed, a little instinctual pass rushing ability. He can blitz the run, too. It's another guy that can be very physical, good speed, size, all that type of stuff. 164, I went back to the offensive line. Trey Zune out of Texas A&M.
Good player, by the way.
Yeah, a captain, a 4-year starter, all of that type of stuff. We don't rave too much about guys that stick around and play all 4 years often enough. At least I don't think we do. And he's a guy that definitely got a lot of love and respect for the way
He's
he
got a
played
little
the
Cooper
game.
Hodges in him, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Does he?
very
Okay.
similar type player.
And Cooper, we really don't know whether or not he would have been able to get the job done or not, just because
Josh Oliver was his name.
Josh Oliver, thank you. Just
Crazy.
because of
Couldn't remember
of injuries for Cooper Hodges. So we just really don't know whether that guy would have been able to do it. But you now have a couple of offensive linemen, at least with the way the mock worked out for me, a couple of offensive linemen, a couple of interior defensive linemen, and an edge that can all compete. All right, let's keep it moving.
All right. At 141, I got the defensive lineman, 6'1", 290 out of Penn State, Zane Durant. All right, he's another undersized, 3 technique, slippery, with slippery moves and quickness. So I got him at 141.
Okay. I like that guy. I have seen, I think he's probably been on one of our boards before, which is pretty good. And who else did you?
All right, at 203, I got Cade Klubnik, quarterback out of Clemson.
Whoa.
Wow.
I know him.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
I have heard of him.
Wow.
I know somebody that picked him to go to the national title this
In
year.
the 6th round, I have heard of that guy.
Yeah.
I expected him to be a starter under the lights. I think against Alabama, if memory serves.
Cade Klubnik. Wow.
What a
203.
suck job that performance was
That's
this year
like
for
very
Clemson.
Gene Smith of you, Leon. That's all I'm saying.
He's going to be a gunner on special
He's there.
teams.
I mean, listen, is the backup quarterback position, is that a lock?
Yeah, and I think Matt probably did pick Klubnik last
No,
week.
I did not.
You didn't pick
I
him?
don't
He
believe
picked a
you.
quarterback.
I picked
He
Drew Aller.
Yeah, Aller, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I had
I mean,
two.
I mean, I think they both suck.
They both underachieved in college, but Aller I think has the higher ceiling, so that's why I put that.
He's a bigger dude. Both of them can move.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see. But a little competition, like you said, at that backup quarterback.
Two Clemson quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not?
Yeah. Buddies. He replaces the ETN security blanket, the Clemson orange. that Trevor was missing.
I mean, Trevor looks down on Klubnik. Like, look what you did to our program,
After that
bro.
program dissolved under him, yes.
We were at the highest of highs.
So wait a minute,
I
you-
left you the greatest program
He
in
will
college
haze
football
him.
at the
I
time.
was just going to
Well, he
ask
left
you
it
that.
to DJ actually, and DJ didn't really do
Oh,
much with it.
yeah.
either.
That's right. Ukulele. Yeah.
Yikes.
Do you think he's going to haze him?
He's going to haze him.
Carry my shoulder pads,
Yeah.
my helmet, that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Sing in the
Just say,
cafeteria.
Can't believe you had
Wow.
the same position for about as long as I had. The
Yeah,
same
he did
Longer.
actually. Yeah,
And-
3-year
and-
starter. Yeah,
And what did you do with it, and what did I do with it? Yeah.
Wow.
Championships.
I don't see
championship
Trev
games.
being that guy for some strange
No,
reason. I
he's
don't see
supportive
Trev being
guy.
that guy.
All right. How many more we got?
All right, I got my 166 is Devin Moore because I may or may not be a better GM than Leon. I got him 60 spots later.
Mhm.
A guy that's got a lot of
Keeps
talent.
pointing that out, Leon.
I do
I
keep
noticed.
pointing that out.
Why don't you give him the hands?
I saw the video.
He's
I
got,
saw value.
I'm about ready to get the hands.
I saw
right?
value.
He's got a lot of talent. I think he had some nagging injuries early and kind of didn't play with much confidence, but he's got some talent. Special teams guy, even.
Right.
At this point, you're looking for, like you say, those 4 core guys.
Oh, you better believe
if
it.
If he can be
Yeah.
one of those guys,
Yeah.
perfect. My 203, I love this cat, and I don't know why everybody doesn't, but I love him. Caden Curry, the edge from Ohio State, who I guess it's because he's too small. He's got the short arms, and he's not like this long beast coming off the edge. He's just a dude that makes plays.
6'2".
You know what? I just pulled it up.
Yeah.
He is 6'3", 257.
Okay.
And his arms, his wing, Leon, 30 and an eighth, which is short.
Right. That's the short arms, even shorter than Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain's looking at him going, pal, you got short arms.
I mean, his first year as a starter at Ohio State last year, he had 11 sacks and 16 and a half tackles for loss in the best conference in college football.
Yeah. And obviously benefiting off of other great players, but he was a good player. So he gets credit for that.
I like him. I think he's going to be a good player in the NFL. We'll see.
All right, that's another draft pick from that Buckeye defensive side of the ball. All right, let's save the rest of them. Let's wrap it up with our midweek mock and at least kind of put a stamp on what we think this team is looking for and can get out of this draft. We will do that coming up on a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios, brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
That's the buzzer. And on Hard Rock Bet, buzzer beaters mean bonus bets. Every time a team you bet to win or cover hits a game-winning buzzer beater, you score a $25 bonus bet. An extra $25 on top of your winnings. Just opt in and bet $5 on any team. As many teams as you want, all tourney. Win bonus bets at the buzzer. Only on Hard Rock Bet.
Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hi, I'm Amber Frangie. By now, you've heard the story. How I heard about how much weight some of my dad's friends at the radio station lost with Awaken 180, so I wanted to try it myself. Well, the truth is, it's really incredible. I just met with my Awaken 180 coach, and I've now lost more than 150 pounds. That is a real number, not an exaggeration. Some of you may think, wow, if she lost that much, how much had she gained? Well, that's a story for another day. But what I can tell you is Awaken 180 has changed my life, and maybe saved my life. I thought I might have been at a point of no return, but with Awaken 180, you never are. There's no medications, no fad diets, just a coach you meet with weekly who you can trust, a meal plan that makes sense, and that you'll enjoy. It's honestly a miracle. If you want to lose weight, even if you have a lot of weight to lose like me, Awaken 180 truly is the way to go. If that's where you are, try Awaken 180 today.
I'm Frank Frangie, but take it from my kid. If you want to lose weight the right way, call 1-844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
12:35, it is XLP. Big Leon Cersei, Matty Hayes. Check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Joe C, JJ, as we are hanging out on a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. We finish up our midweek mock with the selections that we have to fill it out. Some movement on Big Cersei's board. Matt, you traded what?
Nothing. I didn't trade at all.
This time. I didn't trade. I will go forward after this and start looking at maybe some of those trades, but I just can't keep collecting draft picks, man. I gotta, if I can find some high dollar draft picks to maybe move up into the first round, something like that, I'm probably going to try and pull that off before.
Well, I couldn't resist anything.
It's done.
I couldn't resist anything under 100, bro. I was getting all these, hey, move down 5 to get this one, move down 3 to get this one. That's like top 110 guys, 105.
Oh, yeah.
Those got to be impactful players.
Yeah.
So I had to do it.
All right. So kind of how many picks do you have left?
I only have 3 left.
Okay.
All right.
So hit a couple of them.
203. Oh, well, that was Klubnik. All right, 233. Had to go get a cane. He was out there wandering in the desert. Had to go spot. Had to go save for C.J. Daniels, wide receiver, Miami at 233. At 240,
Catch of the year against Notre Dame. By the way.
Absolutely. 240. Dylan Wade, guard from Auburn, and at 245, I got Xavier Wankpa, safety out of Iowa. I didn't pronounce the N this time. See, I don't know why it's there. But I think I said it right, didn't I, man?
I believe so,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so
let me ask you this:
back into that secondary.
Do you get to the early to mid 200s, and you think James Gladstone goes, "I got to go find somebody from Westminster College"? You think he says that?
I don't think he does. You're saying, does he turn into Gene Smith? Is that what you're saying?
No, but where he went to school.
Yeah. Okay.
So like Leon said, the cane was wandering out there in the dark.
I had to go get him, man. He looked thirsty. I had to go get him.
All right. My last 3 picks, I went with like big time former recruits that played well at time in college. Emil Wagner, the offensive tackle at Notre Dame, big dude. Had a lot of hype. Played well at times. Toriano Pride started at Clemson. Again, another big recruit. Played well at times at Clemson. Went to Missouri. Was pretty good last year at Missouri. And then Barry Brown, who I think has got a lot of talent. The receiver started out of Kentucky. Remember him? He and Dane Key were the 2 huge recruits that Kentucky landed to reshape their passing offense. He was there with Mayo when Mayo got there. When the Mayo man, the quarterback, Levis.
Year?
Dane and Brown were freshmen then when he got there.
Okay.
Yeah. But Barry Brown's a guy who's got a lot of talent. He's got he's a little he's got some turd issues. But yeah.
Those are concerns.
Yes.
And by the way, the eval should include that, which is what they're supposed to do.
But like a uberly talented guy. So
okay.
All right.
Do you take a chance on that guy? Who knows?
That late in the draft, you might, and it's just a matter of whether you want something you think you can clean up, that he's matured, so on and so forth, or whether he becomes a liability. All right, 166. I love this. I wanted to get somebody from the Hills in, so I went with Hezekiah. Okay. I went with Hezekiah, who, by the way, is from Deerfield Beach, Florida, but played out west. Hezekiah Masses, a cornerback out of Cal, and he's the guy that, at the very least, will represent that special teams ace that you're looking for, maybe a four-core guy. Decent speed and size, 6'1", runs in the mid-4.4s, but they need those types of guys as far as filling out this roster. So that's the direction I went in.
I mean, that could be from the Hills or it could be Children of the Corn.
That is true. That is
Either
true.
one.
But I feel like when I see Hezekiah, I immediately think of the Hills, but you might be right. Then 203, Kevin Coleman, wide receiver out of Missouri. This is another guy that we have talked about before that's landed on somebody's draft boards. Another guy that you're looking at that does carry some size with him. And so you're hoping as more of a quick slot type of guy, not the biggest dude at all. And that's the way people are viewing him, as maybe a special teams return guy and a slot guy. And the reason why I'm looking at him is because Parker Washington is going to get that new contract, and they may not have him dropping back, returning punts nearly as much.
Yeah, once he gets that cash, I mean, they're going
to
put bubble tape around.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot more useful and a lot more valuable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, but you just see them taking him off altogether. I mean, he's still a weapon there. I mean,
he
he's
is
still
a weapon, but it's kind of like I have to go back and look.
And if you're a player, would you want to be taken off of that?
No, he probably does not want to. Mm-hmm. But you have to factor in how many plays. Think of his play count and how much it went up from the beginning of the year to the end of the year because of what happened with Travis Hunter and everything like that. And I'd have to go back and look at his per play and how many times he lined up in a wide receiver role, but it had to have gone up, and you just don't necessarily want to risk injury with guys flying down the field to try and take out that punt return.
Yeah, that's crazy because in Pittsburgh, Yancey was our number one. He was running down on kickoffs.
Wow.
Was he really?
Yes, bro, in the playoff game.
He was your one?
He was our one. It was Yancey, it was Ernie, and Yancey was our number one. And he was running down on kickoffs.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, so what do you got left on your board?
That was it.
That was it.
That was it in my mind.
So you just had a couple more. Do you had?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other guys I got, and I just went through, like I said, staying with the way the actual draft board set up for them. I went with Marlon Klein, tight end out of Michigan, and he's another guy that I do think represents at least some intrigue as far as how they want to play that position. They're not 100% set at who they have behind Brenton Strange. He's another contract guy that you got to be looking at and thinking about. Mm-hmm. But Klein is just one of those guys, industrial, okay? You want a guy that's strong. He ain't the biggest dude. He's not inline tight end in a perfect way. But Marlon Klein is the guy that I went and got. Mason Rieger, an edge from Wisconsin. They say an endless type of passion and motor for this guy. Again, also not big, but look at where I'm taking him, 240. After the 7th round is where Jacksonville found two guys that contributed at rush in Danny Strigo and B.J. Green. So we should not forget that. But if they do get an edge that late, he would be a guy, Mason Rieger, that they would be looking at. And then Jamari Taylor, running back out of Virginia. Another guy that they will be looking at as a special teams guy. And just that if Bashal Tootin moves up, Chris Rodriguez gets a decent number of carries, and LeQuint fits in, then this guy will be battling to make the roster.
Bro, you remember with the old regime when they got this deep in the draft, we just said they're camp bodies, and now they actually develop players who contribute to our team. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember we just say, they're just camp bodies. They're just there to take up space, hold the bag, and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Now we got legitimate guys in those rounds being developed, giving us quality play time, which is crazy.
It is nice. It's 100% different than it was, and that's raising the floor, which is what we keep talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Getting more players that can do more things.
So
for
yes,
them.
it's. I mean, how many times do we see this all the time? You know, you look at some guy that's like a great guard in the league or a great corner league, and they're like a 6th round pick, and you're like, how does this team not get that? How do they not get these guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's not. And again, you can blame the scouting. I'm telling you right now, the scouts. It's very similar, all the teams. It's the guy that makes the game day decision, the draft day decision.
I think I always feel like it's a combination of both, because what you write up, if you're a scout, is really the only thing that the other guy can go off of. He can't scour all the talent.
No, I get that, but
there.
If you're a scout, if you're a regional scout, okay, you can't stand on the table for everybody. You can stand on the table for one guy, definitely. Mm-hmm. You start standing on the table for everybody, they don't even listen to you. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say they're all fairly similar, unless one guy really thinks, look, this dude, I'm telling you right now, is going to be a player.
Yeah. So we'll see whether or not they keep doing what they did, which was, quote, raise the floor with these types of guys. All right, 641-1010. If you do have a mock, you can throw it our way. If you're thinking about any of these prospects, any of them, we'd love to hear from you. You can check us out on YouTube. Just search XL Primetime and catch the stream there, and you can throw a comment in on the YouTube chat. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Don't answer that. Yeah.
What's your name? This is 1010XL. What are you? Jacksonville Sports Radio. I'm watching you. On the video and social channels of 1010XL.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
An accident with a big truck can change everything in a matter of seconds. Medical bills start piling up, you're missing work, and the trucking company's lawyers, they get to work immediately. That's why you need a law firm that moves just as fast. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we fight for truck accident victims, digging into the details and holding negligent drivers and their trucking companies accountable. We don't get paid unless you do. Big trucks have big lawyers. You need a stronger fighter. Campione Law. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Campione Law.
Bet on the ball game. Get your money down. Money lines, totals, and parlays. We're cashing tickets all around.
It's baseball betting season, and VSiN's MLB betting guide is a home run for bettors. Download your free special edition of the guide, featuring a betting preview of the Atlanta Braves and Tampa Bay Rays at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
What Major League Baseball team has never been to a World Series? The answer next.
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The Seattle Mariners, who were founded in 1977, have never been to the World Series.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call now for your free evaluation and see if multi-unit hair grafting or PRP can restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS.
My bald spots are gone. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS is the only clinic in the Southeast to offer all proven solutions to restore your hair and is now offering multi-unit hair grafting. One procedure, more hair.
You've got nothing to lose but more hair. I feel younger, I look younger, and who doesn't want to feel better about themselves?
This year, grow your hair back. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-4477.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
Cranking along, getting close to the 1 o'clock hour, XL Primetime. And the Jags creeping closer and closer to making some decision when it comes to the draft. We put out our midweek mock, and there are all sorts of angles that you can attack what you hope will be a good draft class this year. But as we sum this bad boy up before we get into the 1 o'clock hour, the idea a season ago, you said goodbye to a lot of guys. You either released them, you traded them, you offed some cash, you did a lot of different things. And then a few free agents were signed. They were brought in. The Jordan Lewises, the Eric Murrays, they were plugged in. The Pat McCarrys. There were a handful of guys that were plugged in that were going to be asked immediately to, hey, assume that starter's role because we ain't got nobody else. Well, now, and there was competition, but now you're going to have a lot more competition. Let's make this in an instant a 10-10 take with Valvoline Instant.
Now, Josie's 10-10 take. Serviced by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes. Oil changes in 15 minutes or less. Guaranteed.
So from 1 year to the next, you might say in an instant, Liam Cohen, Jimmy Gladstone, Tony Baselli, they had an instant impact on this franchise. They changed the way of thinking, the mindset, the goals, the culture, which we talk about a ton. But they created competition. They did that more than anything else across the board, position by position. They said, who are we? How can we get better? And now you have more. What you hope is more competition that's coming down the pike where they can flat out look at them and go, you know what? We were good there. We want to be great. Cover up the stink. Remember that? That's what Liam said when he was at the owners' meetings a couple of days ago. And they want to cover. They don't want to cover up the stink now. They want to find it, get it out of there, and get better at whatever it is they're doing. Run the football, rush the passer, whatever it might be. That's the 10-10 take because in an instant, Big Sirs, from 1 year to the next, they have changed this team's look, feel, and performance dramatically.
Yeah, I mean, when they came in, they shook the tree. They got rid of a lot of guys that weren't their guys by that. I mean, they offed a lot of guys who they didn't draft, they didn't bring in as free agents. I mean, it was like 28 guys that were gone, that were here on the roster when they were 4-13. So they moved and maneuvered and they did what they needed to do. And last year, they created competition. Remember during the season, they said right now the offensive line, we've got plug-and-play guys trying to figure out mix and match guys here and there to figure out because we were concerned because we had rotations with left guards, left tackles, centers, right? We was like, what is he doing? Why is he shuffling back and forth? I knew exactly what he was doing. He was trying to find that cohesiveness.
Right.
He wanted the best 5 guys on the field to move forward in the season. So I like, and now it's find the stench. Finding the stench is trying to figure out what we can do, what we can do better to where it doesn't. We have to have the ball bounce our way. I mean, I think he wants to legitimize the team a little bit more in the sense that we don't get lucky with a batted ball here or a play here and there. He wants to solidify this team to where they're winning games because of.
Right.
And I like that.
Yeah.
So, yes, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I also think it's anybody can address what the stink is, right? And
Well,
pretty much everybody knows what the stink is.
Right. No, they've know what it is. They just not everybody can address it.
No. What I'm saying is anybody can address it and say, here it is. But can you fix it? And I think what they've done in the first year has given them the capital and you're now giving them, okay, I get you. I see what you've done. I see how you've done it. So now we're going to give you grace when you start to say, here's what the problem is. This is what needs to be fixed. Now, we might have a different idea of what the stink is.
Right.
Or the level of stink. Their level of stink might be way up here for one thing, and our level of stink is way up here, but for them it's a little bit lower than that. Like their priority of stink is different than our priority of stink.
Yeah.
So I think what they've done in the first year, you've got to give them the ability to say, all right, no, this is the priority of stink, and this is what we're going to take care of. They may think, you know what, when those two are healthy, Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker, we've got as good an end pair as most teams in the league. They may think that, right? And they may love Allen, and they may love our boy from Minnesota.
Yeah. Who are you talking
The other edge.
Yeah.
The other edge. Allen and
why, like, from Minnesota?
Yeah, to Strigow.
Oh, Strigow.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were talking Vikings.
No,
Wait a minute.
University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
They may love those two. They may think those two are going to turn into good players. right? So we don't know that, right?
No.
They may be all in on those guys, right?
Right.
So that
They
for
may
them,
see-
the stink must be the run game because they clearly that's what they alluded to.
At the very least, when Liam's quote,
the question then becomes is how do you execute to fix it?
Right, but when Liam's quote was, got to get rid of the stink, and Ryan O'Halloran, and this is what Ryan put on X, and we'll talk to him on Friday and ask him about it, but he said, you're talking run game. He said 100%. And so if he is saying that, and I think he's also admitting that he abandoned the run, which I do like the fact that the head coach is willing to say that. He didn't say it out loud, but he basically said, we have got to be better and get rid of that stink.
Listen, I agree he's got to get better the second half of the season as far as running the ball. But Trevor's play was elevated in the second half of the season.
Yes, very true.
He was throwing dimes. He was efficient with the football. He wasn't turning the ball over. I mean, there's a reason why he was in the candidate for MVP because of that back stretch in which Trevor was playing, was playing the best football of his entire life here with the Jaguars.
But when they got to the playoffs,
in the playoffs,
they could not run the ball.
That's true. That's true.
And either abandon it or didn't focus in on it enough.
Yeah.
They had running backs catch the ball out of the backfield, but just not enough.
I mean, if you got the pony, you got the show pony.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're still gonna show the pony when the season ends, right? I mean, you're still going to Trevor's going to be your representation of what got you here. So I don't blame him for sticking with the past. I mean, Trevor legitimized his ability to throw the football by the success that he had down the stretch. So do you blame him by going into the playoffs doing the same thing, especially with Trevor being as efficient in the touchdowns per interceptions that he was having down the stretch? I mean, I can see why the run game was abandoned. So
right, and I think the thing that maybe I would say I like more than anything else, even though it was abandoned, is that they were going down the field with the football.
Yeah.
Instead of looking laterally, they were looking down the field and plays were being made. All right, so we'll keep it going on that. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We will say hello to Pat Dooley in about 15, 20 minutes with spring football for the Gators, the scrimmage over the weekend. Let's get into that a little bit more as far as the Gators are concerned and a few other spring football notes from around these parts. That's coming up on a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. Sports talk with an attitude.
Hey, it's wrong tone.
1010 XL.
Get ready for spring turkey season at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Find shotguns trusted in the field from Browning, Beretta, and Benelli. Plus, the newest bows are ready to test shoot from Hoyt and Matthews. For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has helped Northeast Florida hunters gear up with confidence. Stop by Green Acres today at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard or shop online anytime at greenacresporting.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulate the 1010XL Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Jada Mincy, senior cheerleader, weightlifter, and track and field athlete at First Coast High School. She's the president of the National Honor Society and has been accepted to attend FSU.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 14th.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Alert! Alert! Termite swarms are active right now in Jacksonville, and once they get inside, damage can happen fast. Termites don't knock, they silently attack the structure of your home, leaving behind costly repairs and long-term headaches. Protect what you've worked hard for with the proven protection homeowners trust. Terminix. with advanced termite treatment and prevention solutions. Visit Terminix.com and schedule your free termite inspection today.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
Stop letting high-interest debt weigh you down. Pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. It's a completely hassle-free way to cash out your home equity with no appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan uses AI-driven technology to get you approved for cash in as little as 1 day with a rate that's at a 3-year loan. One client got $100,000 approved in under 24 hours, wiped out all their credit cards, started a home improvement project, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,500. Call Loan Pronto now and see how much cash you can get. No hard credit pull up front. Imagine, this time next week, you could be credit card debt-free. Loan Pronto, A-rated by the BBB, with nearly 2,800 five-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by G&H Tires and Service. Jacksonville Jaguar owners joined Steve Hogan, the CEO of Florida Citrus Sports, following the announcement that the team will temporarily relocate to Orlando for the 2027 season. Shad Khan said the NFL made the right choice in choosing Orlando as the Jaguars' new home for next season. The team owner also stated that they couldn't ask for a better scenario when choosing City Beautiful as the team's temporary home. Right now, 80 degrees at 1 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So I don't know whether this is April Fool's or hallucinogenics. Not sure which one.
Or both.
But it could be. Aaron Rodgers, he's not yet committed to coming back. Mike McCarthy yesterday at the NFL owners meeting said that he feels like he will. So just as soon as McCarthy says something to the effect of, hey, Aaron might be coming back to play in Pittsburgh, enter the Denver Broncos into the chat. So at least according to some of the reporting out there is that the Denver Broncos are interested in possibly bringing Aaron Rodgers in for a visit. Why? Well, they're making sure that Bo Nix is 100% healthy for week 1. So
I call it BS.
Yeah,
I think that they
do.
don't think he's. If that is real, I would say I think it's BS that it's because of his injury. I think it's because they don't think Bo Nix is that good.
Well, I still think he's. I've gone from.
Man, he's had two pretty good years.
Yeah, I've gone from I was about Bo Nix to now looking at him.
Maybe
with a little,
I was right a little
with
bit.
a little bit of a question mark.
You're not doing it with smoke and mirrors in the NFL, JJ. Not 2 years in a row. No way.
I mean, isn't he system-y?
He is system-y.
Yeah.
Very
I
much
don't
so.
know, man. You got he
not a
makes some
believer.
plays too.
Hey, he did. Like I said, I went from there's no way to holy cow. I was and then you have now at least a question mark next to his name because defenses figure you out. We've said it all the time. Coordinators stay up late at night to figure out a way to take away whatever it is that you're doing. And it's just the job of the defensive coordinator. The quarterback can do things great, and then someone's going to figure them out somehow, some way. And so in the case of Bo Nix, maybe that is what's happening. But can you picture the personalities of Aaron Rodgers and Sean Payton?
The ego in that room.
They're probably the same guy.
They might be, but
That's the
will it
problem.
work?
I'm just saying they no one loves themselves more than they do.
That's the
very
problem.
true.
Wait, so if you're going to tell me that Bo Nix was a system quarterback,
Oh,
was Drew Brees a system quarterback?
What?
Well, he went and meshed perfectly with Sean Payton, and so that is the system that we're talking about.
Right.
That now Bo Nix fits perfectly into that.
Drew was pretty good with the Chargers. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't like where you're like, that's a Hall of Fame quarterback, right?
Well, it was a short amount of time.
Right.
And, yeah.
No, right. But
Yeah.
you're
It
talking
was
about
like 2 years.
You're talking right, and you're talking about 2 years with Bo Nix, who in 2 years has 63 total touchdowns in the NFL.
Oh, he's done work. He's done work. I threw some stats at you guys last year when we were talking
My
about
point
it.
is, Drew Brees was not a system quarterback.
I didn't say
and
the system didn't
I don't
work.
think Bo is either.
I didn't say the system didn't work. I'm just saying he was.
It worked damn well.
I think you guys are all stuck on what Bo was at Auburn.
No, like I said,
No,
I admitted it.
No, I watched him in the NFL, and I was never wowed by anything he's ever done for 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I mean, he'd
have.
have had him in the Super Bowl last year. He didn't break his ankle.
Yeah, I have been.
Because they played a
impressed.
backup quarterback, bro. Like,
No, he was in
No,
position.
He was in position to put them in the Super Bowl.
oh, I
they
see
were the
what you're
one
saying.
seed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what?
Well,
I mean,
no,
I
I'm just saying they were in position, and we don't know what would have happened against New
They'd have
England.
smashed
how
that
many
New England
quarterbacks
team.
could you have put in his place on that exact same team, and they would have been there? 15.
Russell it
15.
didn't work out.
Easy.
Oh, all right. How many quarterbacks could you put in the Seattle lineup and they'd have been there? They'd have won it all. 15, easy.
I don't know. I mean, I
stop
think that he played at a level way above Bo Nix last year.
Let's not forget.
He led the league in turnovers last
still.
year.
Hey, let's not forget.
You know
Sean
he
Payton,
led the league in turnovers last year.
I know
right?
that.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I know that.
Sean Payton said goodbye to a Hall of Famer because that Hall of Famer lost it so much in Russell Wilson. Russ said
But
goodbye.
Russ was also rust.
Yeah, exactly. Said goodbye, paid all the freight and dollars to get him out of there.
A lot
and
of
then
money,
yeah,
yeah.
and then went and drafted this guy and now has won double-digit ball games in the 2 seasons he started. So acknowledgement is due. It's just doesn't last. That's all. Because the dude has dealt he has put some
what
pretty
doesn't
good
last?
stats
He
up.
broke his ankle or he would have led him to the Super Bowl.
If he was some great
Year
quarterback,
one-
they would never be looking at Aaron Rodgers to come in, bro.
This is just juicy rumor, though.
Okay.
It's also
Because you know who
April
could put that
1.
out there?
April 1.
It's also like if he's not ready for the first game.
Yeah,
they don't
Rodgers-
want to lose the first couple games.
Rodgers' agent could be putting that out there just to create interest in him.
Right.
So
Plus,
you
let's
think
all-
that
wait,
if they
wait.
really thought Bo Nix was that guy, that they'd bring Aaron Rodgers in for a game or two?
No, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you what it is. This all falls under the umbrella of the whiff of Aaron Rodgers loves the whiff of what could be. He is an attention whore. We all know that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he loves the idea of, ooh, let's get some multiple teams coming after me, begging me to come play for him. That's what this is all about with Aaron
Right. It
Rodgers.
shouldn't shock you that a day after Mike McCarthy says, I think he'll be back, and that makes it all of a sudden seem and sound kind of permanent.
Right, that the Broncos are now allegedly looking at him.
That Aaron says, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want there to be more intrigue and interest. And,
Not just one team.
and wonderment about what my next move is.
Well, let's say he goes there and wins 2 games, starts 2-0. You think they're just letting Bo Nix come back?
Yes.
No
Yes, I do.
freaking way.
I have no idea. I doubt it.
No way.
Yeah. But the other thing
you
is,
saw the guy last year. You saw what he was. Who was a better quarterback last year? Bo Nix or Aaron Rodgers?
Toss up.
Oh, come on.
Toss up.
yeah, the youth wins.
I don't know why
more
you're like.
often.
I mean,
They're both just bang average.
playoffs first year should have been the Super Bowl. If he doesn't hurt his ankle second year.
Yeah, the AFC this year was pretty pedestrian. I mean, they were the number 1 seed.
Yeah, they were the number 1 seed because of what he did. That you, like I said, the acknowledgement is due. You can't just completely ignore that
Just such disrespect for
Yeah.
Bo Nix.
Exactly.
part of it. Yeah, and look, like I said, I was never a fan of War Eagle Bo, but Duck Bo
Duck
pretty
Bowl
good.
was pretty good.
I guess he was in a system too, Duck Bo.
Yeah, Duck Bo pretty good. Thank you, Dan Lanning. He made him good.
And yes, he was.
Maybe it could have been.
I mean, like, yeah,
maybe it could have
exactly.
been
He
that Bo
was
Nix.
in a system in Oregon.
hold on here, or hold on. Maybe this 5-star recruit got away from the absolute disaster of a program at Auburn and went to a place that was actually functional in Oregon and blossomed.
'Cause he
Maybe
went
that's what it
from-
was.
he went from
And then went to the
Malzahn-
NFL and played for an NFL coach who not only won a Super Bowl but has a history of developing quarterbacks.
got a
Or
pretty good
he
resume.
was older. He went to the Pac-12 A way easier conference. Got to play a crappy defense.
He's only a year.
He looked good. And yeah, he's very old. He's like 25.
No, he's a year younger than Aaron Rodgers. He's just that's it. He's like somewhere around 40. But he definitely matured and became
So did Cam Ward go to an easier conference in the ACC and blossom into the first overall pick? Is that what he did?
Well, no, he wasn't even in a conference before that. Or he was in like the Pac-12.
Well, he was in the
or
Pac-12,
something.
yeah.
And one thing,
he came to a team like Oregon that had a ton more talent on
and played
offense
in an easier conference. Is what you're saying?
And he was
awesome.
awesome.
And then he became great, and then he was the number one pick.
He did play in an easier conference.
he's a system guy.
I don't think he played in an easier conference.
He's a system guy who played in an easy conference too. Then Cam Ward,
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
ACC, yeah, maybe.
Maybe. But
all right,
no,
that's the way you feel. Then all right.
I can't believe you're comparing Bo Nix to Cam Ward in college. I mean, one almost won the Heisman Trophy, and one was.
So did the other almost won the Heisman Trophy.
At the end,
Come on.
No, this is you. So you can't.
Do you remember what he did in college at Oregon, Bo Nix?
Dude, I remember, but no one was ever like, "Wow, that's the number one pick. That's that's the best quarterback in the nation." No one ever said that about Bo Nix.
Sure, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. The last years of both of those guys were over the top. So
Bo Nix was never the best quarterback in college football, man. Yeah, I mean, you're trying to gaslight me. It was only 4 years ago,
I'm not
3 years ago.
gaslighting you at all. There was a moment in his senior season where he was considered the best quarterback in the game.
I'm going to look at it coming up here. We're going to say hello to Pat Dooley coming up here in just a second as well. But there's no question that one guy went number one overall, which meant he was going to a bad situation. The other guy went
gaslighting thing.
The other guy went top 12, which meant he was not in a great situation either, and they won double-digit games. And so he is a good player. He's just saying that top player.
The whole gaslighting thing, like when someone's losing an argument, they say you're gaslighting.
No, and you're just like lying to my face, like I didn't live through the Bo Nix era at Oregon or something.
Just like Cam was. Neither one of them won the Heisman.
I know that. One went number one overall for a reason. The other one was a surprise that he was taken in the top
13
or whatever.
Number 12.
Wherever he was at. All right, we'll keep it rolling. Say hello to Pat Dooley. Talk a little spring football with him. XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Step into the 1010XL Hall of Sports.
One word. Awesome. This room is awesome.
1010XL, where sports come to life.
Dinner tonight? Make it easy and make it something everyone will love. With the Flame Broiler Family Meal Plan, you can feed 4 fast with fresh, flavorful options. You get 20 ounces of your choice of protein. Mix and match your favorites, plus steamed rice and a fresh veggie medley. It's a complete no-stress meal the whole family can agree on, starting at just $34.99. Skip the cooking tonight. Bring the family together and stop by any of Flame Broiler's 5 locations today.
Insurance companies have teams of lawyers working to protect their bottom line. I'm Chris Campione of Campione Law, and you deserve someone just as focused on protecting your bottom line. We go head-to-head with insurance companies every day, and they know our name. Giving you peace of mind and delivering results is our job. With no fees unless we win, there's no risk to get the help you need. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
From the tee to the green and everywhere in between. Join Dan, Jeff, and PGA pros for Brunch with the Tour. Teed up by Clearwater Irrigation, Tuesday morning at 8:30 on Jacksonville's Golf Station, 1010XL.
Have you tried a Form Energy drink yet? You need to, and it's available at Gate. 4 great tastes, screaming free to Blue Blitz, Orange Fury, and Grape Smash. Form Energy, natural flavors, natural caffeine, and electrolytes for hydration are a perfect blend for energy and mental focus. Find it at Gate.
Best Bet is number 1. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. Honda going off-road. They've got it all. 2-wheel, 4-wheel. What's happening, my man?
Man, they've got the Talon. They got the Talon R. They've got the Talon Live Valve. If you're looking to do some farm work, they've got the Pioneer 700, Pioneer 1000. Legendary Honda reliability, super fun. Dirt bikes, of course, always amazing. More podium finishes than any other company. Can't go wrong there.
And families love it when they go off-road with Honda. Check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency. CyclesofJacksonville.com.
For the greenest, luscious lawn on the block, choose the local legends, Roundtree Sod. Don't just settle for ordinary. Let Roundtree Sod deliver you a picture-perfect lawn. To get a free estimate, call 7414-SOD. 7414-SOD.
Buying a diamond should be fun, not stressful. But at some stores, the pressure can be intense, with pushy salespeople and mandatory deposits. But at Beard's Diamonds, owner John Lupo says that's not cool.
They wanted to sell them only what they had, wanted a deposit right then and there. They did not want them to shop, and we don't do business that way. It's pretty sad that you don't want the consumer to go shopping. That must mean that they're not confident in their pricing.
It's different at Beard's.
We encourage people to shop. We want you to go shopping, to know that you're getting a better deal and a better education at Beard's. We will do anything we can to make you happy without putting deposits down.
No deposits, no commission sales, no pressure, no pricing games, no corporate rule books. John's son Ben sums it up nicely. At Beard's, it's laid back and relationship driven.
There's plenty of options out there, but we're looking to go the extra mile when people want to patronize us, and it brings us great pleasure to see two lives be connected together.
Beard's Diamonds, locally owned with over 4 decades of doing business the right way. At St. John's Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
He's our brother from another mother, hailing from Gainesville, longtime columnist for the Gainesville Sun. Patrick Dooley, a Patreon way to find him these days with another duly noted podcast. Pat, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. I get to play golf yesterday, so it's beautiful over here.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Listen, we're enjoying this weather. Last week, we had 4 different seasons in 4 days, so I'll take the sunshine and a little warm. That's for sure. So how are things over there in the Sumrall world coming out of you would consider a key spring scrimmage? What is the chatter?
Well, I mean, it's the same chatter I think we've been hearing, and that is that they've got to get tougher. And I think that was part of the problem with the previous administration, is that they just weren't a tough team, and they didn't play well in the fourth quarters because I don't know if it was fatigue or just not having that extra gear. And I think that that's what Sumrall has realized, is he's got to toughen these guys up. I've said this all along. Florida needs to get back to having an edge that they haven't had for the last 4 or 5 years. 6 losing seasons in 13 years. That will make you throw up in your mouth a little bit.
I just did.
So Dooley, I mean, calling attention to their behavior in the weight room, I think is critical because, I mean, how the games you win on Saturday is won in the off season. So the culture in the weight room, he said vividly, that needs to be more direct as far as the guys getting things done.
I think it helps when he's in there doing the same things that they're doing. I don't know that many head coaches do that, but he's really into that too. But you're absolutely right. You don't get. You lift weights during the football season, but that's not when you're getting in shape. You get in shape during this time of year, and then obviously in the summer, and then you're ready. And that's the goal. I remember Urban used to say, that Marotti would hand him over this football team to start football practice. Now they're all yours. But he had to get them ready. And I think that is a culture that has to get better. It feels like, and I mean, Maddie, you can talk about this. It feels like there's been like a decade of questions about what's going on in the weight room, going back to McElwain, and Kent when he was there, and the guys were leaving campus to go work out.
Yeah, I think it's longer than that. I think it's been a long, long stretch in the hinterlands for that program. I mean, there was a brief there a little bit in 2020 where it looked like they were a few plays away from reaching the CFP. But yeah, it's the thing that gets me, Duels, is I watch Summerall now, and he's saying all the right things. I think he's trying to be like Herb. That's what I think he's trying to be like. He's trying to be this guy, this brash, bold guy that's making these brash statements. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he has the yellow stripe on the helmets in camp for the freshmen who, you got to earn it. It's like you said, you got to earn the logo. It's the same stuff Urban did. I think he's trying to follow the Urban plan. The only question is, Urban was Urban because Urban got dudes there. Urban got players that were elite players. Like one of the guys that covers the team posted on X yesterday about Ron Zlick is here, and Ron Zlick, this facility wasn't here last time Ron Zlick was there, and I reposted and said, and he still got better players. He still has better players than they have now. So that's kind of the key. I mean, we can talk all we want about this guy and his tough philosophy and what he wants to do. If you don't get players, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely, and I mean, if you remember, of the 22 starters on the 06 national champions, 21 were recruited by Zook. And, I mean, he did a good job of getting players. The trouble was he didn't
coach
them up great, yeah. And a lot of that had to do with who was working for him. Although Larry Fedora was a good coordinator. It's not like he was a bad coordinator, but he just – Zook had that bad luck and just not making the right moves at the right times. But that is something that Summerall is trying to do, is bring coaches in here. And I mean, you say he's trying to be like Urban. I think he's trying to be like a combination of Urban and Spurrier. And if he can do that, I think nobody's going to be unhappy with that. Now, it's not like you can be Steve Spurrier or you can be Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer inherited a pretty good team. Steve Spurrier inherited a really good team when he got there. What is he inheriting is going to be the big question. And, I mean, I think retention was a huge part of it and keeping the guys that he wanted to keep. And they spent the money on that and then bringing in. But, the thing is about the guys they brought in, Maddie, you can speak to this probably better than I can, but there weren't a lot of guys that overwhelmed you when they got them. That was like, okay, let me look his stats up. I've never heard of this guy, but this kid, the DB from UCLA, has been outstanding in scrimmages and everything. So I mean, maybe guys like that, they get a tight end, Dupree, who's been really good so far. But I'm always a big believer in spring football. Spring football, the only news that can come out is bad news, because any good news is just coaches telling you what they think. Bad news is when guys get hurt.
I will tell you this, Dills. I spoke with Billy last week, Billy Napier, and he thinks that roster's loaded, man, ready to go.
Of course, he
ready
does.
to go, man, ready to go. He believed they had it all set up.
He went 4-8.
I know. Yeah. He thinks they had it all set up, and then all the problems with DJ and last offseason just derailed everything.
We're close to being pretty dangerous, in my opinion.
Yeah, they are dangerous. They're still dangerous. They're dangerous of losing all their fans. But, I mean, look, Gator fans have shown up. We know that the 18 or 19 straight sellouts, whatever it is, whatever the number is, they deserve better than what they've gotten over the last few years. And, Billy Napier, nice guy. I always, whenever I went to his press conferences, I was always impressed by him. But at the end, he could not translate it over. Now we got, and that's the thing I look at is with Summerall, he's saying all the right things. I think he's won some press conferences. He's been on every podcast and every radio show in the history of man, and he's doing all those things correctly. But can he translate to the field? And I think it's going to come down to the coordinators he hired, which everybody's giving rave reviews to. I got to wait and see what they do.
Yeah, it really does boil down to, as simple as it gets, what does and I preached product with Billy Napier until fans just said, shut up, because you wanted to see the product. What does it look like on Saturdays? And we really don't know what Summerall's Gator football team will look like until we see, as you just described, what Buster Faulkner trots out on offense, what Brad White trots out on defense. Pat, that's the end result of everything. Whatever you did in this offseason is only going to translate to the fans with what they see on Saturdays.
Yeah, and it's not like there are a lot of these exotic plays that you can run to win games. I mean, you've got to be physical. You've got to be able to do things the right way. You've got one of the great running backs, in the country right now. So you got to get them the ball. They're not going to give it to them a lot this time of year because you want to keep them healthy. You've got to just find a way to win games and score more than the other team. This is a novel idea, but Florida's lost 37 games in the last 6 years. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Dudes, how do you feel about the quarterback situation? Is there a competition, or do you think they've got their eyes set on who they're moving forward with?
Oh, I think it's a competition, but I don't think Aaron Philo was going to come here if he didn't think he was going to get a chance to start. And I think he certainly will, but the one thing that we have not seen is anybody separate themselves. It's been pretty close. Now, some people will have concerns. Some people say, well, good. That means maybe they got two good ones, or maybe it means they don't have two good ones. You never know. I mean, I love Terrell Jones. He's got to be put in a situation, and as does Philo. Both those guys got to be put in situations that make them have the ability to be successful. And I think that's what DJ didn't get last year, and I think it's what Anthony Richardson didn't get before him, and Emory Jones before him. I mean, there's been a long list of guys who've just been flops at quarterback for Florida, and they've got to put these guys in the position to do well more than anything. And I mean, Buster Faulkner seems to know what he's doing, and I loved watching those Georgia Tech team last year. That was a lot of fun to watch those guys, but we'll see if it's going to work out the same. And a lot's going to have to do with which one they go to. And I would think, and you guys would know this, I would think they're not going to make any announcements until the week before the first game, like
true.
most coaches do. They want to keep the guys. Yeah, they want to keep them engaged.
All right, so a week ago, I guess it was probably a week ago, Scott Strickland made it very public that Todd Golden's not going anywhere. Yeah, we haven't seen an extension yet. Is there any uneasiness or concern in Gainesville that Todd Golden may leave and go to North Carolina?
Not really. I think people kind of understand that if Todd Golden was going to North Carolina. Now, I've been wrong before, but I'll just say this: if Todd was going to North Carolina, beat it. I mean, they'd be getting to work on that job. I think it's going to come down to two guys. It's either going to be Tommy Lloyd or it's going to be Billy Donovan. And both those things are possible. It's going to come down to whether Tommy Lloyd at the end of wherever his journey ends this year is willing to take that job. And Billy, I think, would be very interested. I know that there were a lot of times I've told you guys he doesn't want to come back to college. He don't want to come back to college, but he wants to get out of Chicago. There's no doubt about it. They know how to screw up everything, and that is a bad situation he's got there. And I've been told that there's an off ramp already being laid out for him. What has he got? 7 or 8 games left, but he can't do anything till after that.
Right.
Now, Tommy Lloyd's obviously got to wait till after maybe he wins the national championship on Monday night before we do it. I think it's one of those two guys, and we'll just see. But I don't think Todd Golden's going there.
We're talking with Pat Dooley, another Dooley Noted podcast. You can definitely check that out and everything else he's got going on. And just as an example, Pat, Billy, a minus betting number, which means he's the presumed favorite, minus 175 are the odds right now. Tommy Lloyd has now moved into second at plus 175, which, again, is not a huge return, but he now moves into it. And he said something interesting the other day, Pat. He goes, when I came to Arizona, they had a good coach before me. Whenever I leave Arizona, they're going to get a good coach after me. I'm like, what? What are you saying? And it was just kind of interesting that he put that out at this particular time.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, and I would love to see Billy back in the college game, and I would love to see Billy coaching not in the SEC too. Mm-hmm. We've already got enough people that we are plenty to write about because LSU is now cornering the market on asshats to hire. But
assets or asshats? Okay, let's make sure.
Well, both.
It's not asset. Well, it's assets and assets.
Yeah, it's
you
both.
can be both. Yeah. I think they're going to go get Tony Vitello after he's done with the Giants, just to round it all out and maybe find a gymnastics coach that could be the same way. But anyway,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that they. I would love to see Billy back, and coaching in North Carolina. I hope it happens. I really do. I'm rooting for that to happen. I know the Chicago thing, and I talked to him, but I didn't talk to him so much about that at his dad's funeral a few weeks ago. And he was, he was clearly, he's ready to move on. He did the NBA thing. He had a great situation in Oklahoma City, and then they wanted to rebuild. He didn't want to rebuild. He wanted to go ahead and keep moving forward. So he goes to Chicago. They have screwed that up royally. Terrible front office. You've seen this week how bad that front office is, and he's ready to move on. And if this job, I mean, if you're Billy Donovan, you cannot pick out a much better situation unless you go to Duke, than North Carolina, because the tradition, the history there. I think it's really interesting that they postponed the renovation of the Dean Dome, because they're probably going to have to come up with a lot of money for either one of those two guys. I think it's 50-50, to be honest with you.
I mean, they're going to have to pay a lot of money for Billy Donovan. A lot.
Oh, yeah.
And not only just his salary, but NIL commitment. Like, they're going to have to, it'll be a Belichickian type deal, if not more. It'll probably be more than that. I bet they'll pay him probably $12 million. Have to.
Yeah, and you're going to need a lot of money. I mean, what was the Kentucky roster was $22 million. That didn't work out. But most of the schools that are in the Final Four, I think, were all over $10 million. So, yeah, you got to come up with the money, and you're already paying a lot of money to the football coach and giving him a lot of NIL money and letting him hire guys like Bobby Petrino. So who knows where that's going to go.
It comes down to Jordan, honestly. Not Michael, but Jordan Hudson, as far as the stamp.
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, the stamp of approval. And then which bill is introduced first? The bill of basketball or the bill of football up there?
I'm trying to figure out why we haven't heard a story about her in a while. It's been like, I guess Tiger said, I'm going to take over being the big story for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just what a wild situation. Now, Billy would add a little sanity to that university. I will say that.
What are you shooting these days, Patrick?
Pardon me?
What are you shooting these days?
Well, I'm hitting from the senior tees, and when I play, I usually I always only play 9 holes. I can break 40 occasionally, but usually I'm 42, 43 right in there. I just don't hit the ball very far. Two knees that have been replaced and a hip that's been replaced. You lose your turn, man. You just can't turn on it as well as you used to.
He sounds like Lamb.
I'll still take a 41 in a heartbeat. All right, Patrick, thank you, buddy. They can find you another Duly Noted podcast, and then Patreon.
Patreon.com/Duly Noted. We've done really well on that. A lot of people have come aboard, and we're having a lot of fun. I just posted 5 things that would give you hope for Florida's football season this year.
Nice.
All right, check it out. Thank you, my man. We will talk to you soon.
Anytime, guys. You know that.
All right, Duels, love you.
All right, make sure you check him out. Pat Dooley over there in Gainesville.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. The station with balls and strikes. 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio, and 92.5 FM.
Rick Ballou here with a congratulations for John's Auto. They've been in business in Jacksonville for 40 years. That's right, going all the way back to 1985. Right now, they'd like to thank each and every one of you who's ever gotten their vehicle serviced at John's Auto. So, car, truck, or diesel, all makes, all models, whether it's a routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul, go to John's Auto on Arlington Road, johnautomotivejacks.com.
My Gate Rewards members, this deal is just for you. Right now, grab any 2 12-ounce Red Bulls and get 2 of your favorite roller grill items for just $1. When you need a boost, Gates got you. See store for details.
Stop letting high-interest debt weigh you down. Pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. It's a completely hassle-free way to cash out your home equity with no appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan uses AI-driven technology to get you approved for cash in as little as 1 day with a rate that's at a 3-year loan. One client got $100,000 approved in under 24 hours, wiped out all their credit cards, started a home improvement project, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,500. Call Loan Pronto now and see how much cash you can get. No hard credit pull up front. Imagine, this time next week, you could be credit card debt-free. Loan Pronto, A-rated by the BBB, with nearly 2,800 five-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida means pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Picket here. For nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools have been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction, Surfside does it all. Ready to float happy? SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this week and weekend at VyStar Ballpark. Tomorrow is Coors Light Thirsty Thursday. Don't miss fireworks Friday and Saturday, plus Southpaw onesie giveaway on Saturday, presented by Miller Electric and Hyatt Regency Jacksonville Riverfront. Baseball all week and weekend. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable, family, fun.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my gold moment is, look, at the end of the day, we talked about this all offseason. These guys have the capital now. Liam Cohen, James Gladstone, Tony Baselli. They've earned the capital with that turnaround. So whatever decisions they make, you kind of just got to say, all right, well, let's see what happens. You can criticize it after the fact. You can question it during the fact. But the fact that they did what they did in the first season, and the fact that it's a completely different situation right now in that franchise, from top to bottom, they've earned the capital. They've earned the right to make these decisions and run the club how they've run it. And if I'm Shad Khan, I am literally saying, not only am I going hands off, which is what he is anyway, I'm saying, what do you need? How much money do you need?
Yeah.
Whose contract do you need to be restructured? I'll front him up money. What do you need?
He's written big checks before, and now he's actually maybe going to get a little ROI out of it.
Okay. Was it my golden moment?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My golden moment is at the beginning of the show, we did the mock draft, and I took Keelan Rutledge, the offensive guard. And I've been in locker rooms where guys sit around and watch the draft, young guys, and they get nervous because you draft guys at those positions. You want to see Milam get his stuff together. You take a guard. Let him know we've moved on. You either going to get your stuff together or you keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
what
love it.
That's what you got to do.
That's a shot across the bow, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
Not just raising the floor, but now making sure that whoever you have.
And if all things work out, now you got two guards.
Right.
That can go in day one and play and start.
And
you're shooting a shot across the bow to a third-round pick.
Yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I love it. Listen, let's shoot across the bow right now with this guy.
Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm coming in hot.
Gio is presently working on his golf swing right now, thinking about turning pro. Aren't you? Huh?
I'm terrible at golf.
I'm going to get you out on the golf course, Golf Club Southampton, 9 after 5. I'm going to start putting it together. You and I could make a run for the PGA Tour champion.
I love that. Just
Okay?
wait one moment. Just wait.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
You know,
See,
when
George can't hear that. We're playing the Masters music.
When we went to on vacation, my kids have always wanted to play golf. So I said, let's get them an hour, lesson.
Mm-hmm.
It was like
1
$220.
hour.
I said, nope. We'll go putt-putt.
An hour ain't going to do anything either.
Is that music? Is that a banjo playing the music?
Well, we started out with the original. Go ahead and fire it up again. And then at the end, that's the part that everyone recognized.
No, I'm talking about the strings that are coming up.
Okay, well, wait.
No, that's a
That's a
guitar.
harp?
That's a guitar.
Is it a guitar?
Yeah.
It could be a harp.
It's an acoustic guitar, probably with a pickup.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even think it's a pickup. I think it's just very regular old acoustic guitar.
I think Sir's tried to
Probably a
go
12 string.
banjo on us.
I'm trying to start a fire.
All right, I'm gonna work Colin Morikawa into the conversation, Gio. But if you are out there and you have a sports injury question, you can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures 641-1010. We're talking to Dr. George Bari, fellowship trained under the renowned Dr. James Andrews, and he definitely can help you when it comes to joint pain. But Tiger first and foremost. And look, he has now made an announcement that he is seeking treatment, and he's asking for patience and privacy and so on and so forth. Bottom line, more than anything else, it's good when whatever this, as bad as this situation seems to be right now, he's admitting there's a problem.
Yeah.
He's seeking help, so on and so forth. But you and I have talked about Tiger Woods and all the surgeries that he's had, either on our Breaking Bones show or right here on XL Primetime. And so whenever they do find themselves in a situation where they're maybe taking too many things, because it has to be, you would think, a painkiller situation.
Yeah.
It can be very, very concerning.
Yeah, someone asked me, they go, how can Tiger Woods, how can he get addicted? Listen, the guy had like 7 back surgeries. And I don't know how many, 1 or 2 leg surgeries, multiple leg surgeries.
The knee, the ankle, numerous.
Look, obviously, we don't talk about the issues about pain medicine. We've talked about this. I mean, it's out in public and stuff, but it's a problem in the sense that it's very easy to get addicted to it. And I have plenty of patients who are young who I'm going to do a surgery on, and they say, don't give me pain medicine because I've had problems in the past.
Right.
Or, and they said I had a knee surgery when I was younger, and that's how it started, and I don't want to go back. So it's an issue, and it's something that you have to be aware of. And if it's something that you notice that it's a problem, I have patients who do have an issue, but they want the pain medicine because just in case, and they'll give it to their partner who will hold on to it and dose it correctly.
Good practice.
Or they just don't ask for it and they grit their teeth and deal with the pain, which kind of sucks, but and they go that way. So good for him for admitting it, and luckily, the multiple car accidents he's had, no one has got injured from it besides himself. And he hasn't injured others, so hopefully he gets the help he needs.
Well, here's the thing, Doc, that no one's speaking about. No one's saying that maybe Tiger needs to go see a mental health specialist. Because if you drive off an embankment once, that's an accident.
Yeah.
You do it 2 times, it's a trend.
Yeah.
I mean, you can start with a tree. Hit a car. We're talking about back-to-back embankments.
Right.
Driving off, a car flipping over.
I just think, he mentioned it. I think, so I texted you guys. I said, I think he has a pill problem. And then a couple of days later, that's what they talked about. I think he was just high on drugs, and maybe not purposely to try to get high. It's just he needed it because he goes to withdrawals if he doesn't have it. And then he has to take it, and he's impaired.
But, Doc, if he had hit a tree or hit a car or hit a stop sign, we'd be like, okay.
Right.
We're talking back-to-back embankments.
Right.
Driving off embankments twice.
Right.
Car flipping over.
Turning cars over.
Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah, it's a problem.
So let me ask you this: how difficult is it for you as a physician to walk that fine line of legit pills that could get you hooked?
Yeah.
To hey, therapy's it's gonna hurt like hell.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be better than what the alternative. How difficult is it, especially when you're talking with someone who's a little older and not young and doesn't bounce back as quick? How difficult is that?
I mean, look, I think it's really difficult to walk the line because you don't want people to be miserable. They're going to have surgery. You're drilling holes in their bone. They're going to hurt, so they have a legit reason to need it. But then you don't want them to get addicted, and you get the patients who have issues and complications, so they have a legit reason to have pain. So you keep giving some pain medicine more than normal. And then you want to try to scale back, and it becomes, it's really tough. Nowadays in the hospital, they get graded by Medicare based on how happy the patients are. And one of the questions is, was your pain controlled? And if they say no, they lose money from, Medicare. And so now the doctor's like, well, I got to give him pain medicine because the hospital gets on, so it's
They're
more
all
than
in
just
cahoots. They're all in cahoots.
what we think.
It's crazy. And this is an individual, like another person that maybe operated on or what has whatever, isn't trying to get back to a professional level of a sport that he plays, which requires all the physical strain on his body. And he is a workout warrior. He doesn't want to lose that look that he's got.
Right.
And so then he's inflicting pain on his body.
I mean, he still looks good, right?
He
You
does.
see him in
He looked good.
that golf league.
We saw him Monday night,
Right.
and you couldn't help as a golfing fan get excited. Maybe he'll try Augusta, and then obviously this all happens.
Yeah, look, he probably
2 days
look.
later.
I'm sure he has chronic pain problem, right? Because his back, and then I'm sure he has chronic pain because of his ankle. So he can have a legit reason to be on that stuff. So just because he had it in his system doesn't mean has a problem, because he has legit reasons to have chronic pain and need to be treated. But you could be taking it more than you should, right? And then that also becomes an issue.
Well, Doc, let me ask you this question: Do football players have a better threshold for pain than golfers? Because I deal with that every other day with back, shoulder, hip, all that kind. And I'm not on no prescription.
Sure.
I just deal with it.
I think the answer overall would, I mean, this is just conjecture, probably yes, right? Like a boxer, if you punch me in the face like a boxer does, I'm not going back in, right? But the boxer takes multiple hits because his threshold is he can take it. So I think overall, yes, someone who plays a contact sport is used to it. Grant, now saying that, I think he has a different issue because he's had multiple back surgeries. So now he's become the classic chronic back pain patient,
right?
That requires pain management, pain medicine, because it's not just I hurt my back swinging and now I need some pain medicine. He's had multiple reasons, but yes, I think overall contact sport players do have a higher threshold.
Yeah, because when I told you about my left elbow was hurting like hell,
right,
and I couldn't bend it and sleep on it. I mean, I didn't take nothing for it. I just dealt with it.
You walked it off.
I walked it off.
Rub some dirt on it.
You know what I'm saying? I dealt with it, and then you asked me, do I need to drain it and all this other kind of stuff, x-ray, and it went away.
But you have to remember something, and this is what and all the studies show this, and I tell my patients who I have surgery on that are already in pain management,
right?
Because they have back issues, let's say, and they already take, I don't know, oxycodone 5. When I do your surgery, your oxycodone 5 that you've been taking for 10 years is like you and I who take nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So now I do surgery, and now you need more. So I got to give you another 5.
Their tolerance
right? So now
is
you start
high.
going up, and so Tiger had a back issue, then a back issue, and then maybe now he needs more and more and more to cover the same amount of pain that he did.
Your body
before.
starts telling you, you know what?
You get used
I
to
don't feel
it.
that
You get
anymore.
used to it, right? And now it's like now it's like taking nothing.
Now, as you get older, you develop more soft tissue is the question. Because you know, I'm just saying because you tend to hurt a little bit more as you get older, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff that you did younger, you get away with it.
Well,
as you get
and I
older.
think Tiger's, like, for example, his back over the years, not only has he had the surgery, it's degenerated faster. So now he has degeneration. His ankle, he had the injury, and now it's so now he's probably getting bad post-traumatic arthritis that's getting worse, right? And so he has that just compounds to it.
Magnified, that's for sure. Gio, good stuff. Thank you, my man. We appreciate it. Don't forget Bari Orthopedics across the city of Jacksonville, of course, online, BariOrthopedics.com.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
It's your boy E to the T here, and the Clay County Fair turns 40 this year. The rides, the music, the fun, and of course, the food eating contest hosted by Team 1010 XL. I'll be there too, looking for you. April 2nd through the 12th. Learn more at claycountyfair.org.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
End of the month. That is coming April 27th. Looking forward to that and so many other things going on at the Golf Club of Southampton. And speaking of so many things that's going on, the World Cup is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking June 11th. It begins in earnest. There are just a few qualifiers left. And what happened last night?
No, the qualifiers are over as of last night.
What happened last night?
Yesterday afternoon, Italy, once again, will not be attending the World Cup for the third straight time.
It blew my mind when I saw this.
What? Ragazzi, they sucked. Once again, they lost to Bosnia. They were up 1-0, and then there was a red card, terrible tackle by Bastoni, and
then penalty
they played, they played like, 45 minutes plus 30 minutes of extra, so about 70 minutes with 10 men. So they were defending the whole time, and then it went to penalty kicks, and they're mental midgets, and they lost.
Yeah, they missed 2 penalty kicks?
Yes, the very first. Inexplicably sent a guy who's never taken a penalty in his entire career to go take the first one, and of course he missed.
Genius.
Yeah, genius.
All right.
But
now this is part of what we have in our podcast.
I was just about to say,
yeah.
USA will definitely be there, and we will definitely be talking about the United States on the 1010XL soccer show that just premiered on YouTube, hosted by JJ LaSalva.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so this was after Saturday's game. We recorded it before the Italy debacle, but it's basically just a quick 30-minute, here's the USA team, here's our manager, key players, our pool, who we're playing in our group and all that stuff. And, I think you guys should give it a try.
Okay, so
give it a
they
listen.
go to YouTube 1010XL.
YouTube 1010XL. It's like one of the first 2 videos up there right now. And during the tournament, I'm going to try to do 2 a week. So, yeah. So during the World Cup, I'll be plugging it a lot more, but that's exactly what's happening.
Nice.
And in the meantime, waiting for the World Cup, you can go see some club soccer in our hometown, Jacksonville. I got a family 4-pack right now to see Sporting Jacks men take on the Tampa Bay Rowdies. That's at Hodges Stadium. That is this Saturday, April 4th at 7:30. So be car number 4 right now at 641-1010. And you can talk to me, the newest on-air host at 1010XL. Congrats to you.
He is his very own hype man. I love it. I love
Somebody's got to do it.
You have to.
But shout out to Steve and everybody at 1010 for giving me this opportunity. And I think it's going to be a fun show. I'm really excited about it.
And I do think there are more soccer fans than we give them credit for. So go to 1010XL, all the social channels, YouTube, and look for, what is the name of it again?
The 1010XL Soccer Show.
Okay,
Simple as that. You can't forget that one.
I do love it. All right,
Nice.
Definitely check it out. Let's check out this cat right now.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Tommy Mack getting ready for Helmets and Heels, getting ready to get it going on a Wednesday.
Yeah, fellas, good to see y'all.
You doing good?
Good show. Going to talk a little draft. Get right into it. I've been looking at some prospects, looking what different position groups who I may or may not like, and the girls are doing that too. So yeah, we're going to talk a lot.
What do you think of Jennings Dunker? The Iowa offensive lineman.
guard. Yeah, he seems like he's got a cool name.
Dude,
he's kind of a mauler. It depends what kind of guards they want. Do they want the mauling type, or do they need the guys to get out on those screens? You know what I mean? I mean, it'd be great if you have both.
I do think they want that second part of what you just said.
I want strong like bull is what I want.
Yeah, I want furniture movers.
Yeah, right. Move the guy out of the way. Yeah,
Exactly.
I need an inch. Get out of the
I
way.
need girth.
Moving you an inch.
Here's all you need to know.
I need girth.
Jennings from Iowa could be your drummer with that red mullet.
Yeah, no, he looks
like you've never
he looks
seen.
good. He's he looks like a bruiser.
Oh,
he'd be in the Roadhouse movie or something.
You better
know what I
believe
mean?
it. You better believe it.
All right,
all right.
fellas.
You guys have
Yo,
fun today.
yeah.
All right, Helmets and Heels coming up.
By the way, you do know that Camping World Stadium, they're in the middle of a renovation.
Yeah.
That won't be done until the summer of 2027.
So they did I believe they said with the presser this morning, is they completed the bottom and now they're working on the top.
Yeah, they're pulling it in completely.
It's funny. This team will be moving away from moving during massive construction,
Going right into it, right.
another place that's just with that last little sweep of the broom before they start.
I'll have the hot spots available.
Oh, we need to get into that too.
Yeah, we will.
Restaurants, bars, cigar bars.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end of the week.
A PSA from Big Sirs. Yeah, we will provide
From a
that
local.
Yeah.
as we get closer.
Yeah, I'm a man of the people.
There you are. All right, we're done. Thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton. Don't forget, 287 play, home of the 9 after 5, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open at the end of the month. You can definitely log on golfsouthampton.com. Take a look at the membership opportunities right now. Save while you can with that 12-month membership and initiation fee, along with that $500 gift card to spend in the pro shop. Check it all out at the Golf Club of Southampton. We are done. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C., and Jake.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1